The original fan favorite COD Modern Warfare 2 and 3 could be possibly getting remastered for new gen consoles. This is absolutely crazy. So earlier today, Tom Henderson, who is a very well-known leaker not only in Call of Duty but in gaming in general, ended up publishing an article on his website Insider Gaming titled Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and 3 rated in Australia. It seems like things are getting closer to a re-release of the original Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 for a new generation. Ratings for a cross-gen bundle for both MW2 and MW3 have appeared online thanks to the Australian Classification Board. So basically the Australian Classification Board recently rated a re-release of the original Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 for a new cross-gen bundle for PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S, which is a bit weird because we all know that Activision does not want to remaster these old Call of Duty games because they do not want to split the player base, where they have some of them playing the new Call of Duty game, some of them playing the remastered version, and some of them playing something different. They simply do not want to do that, and they want to make sure that everybody is playing the latest Call of Duty game. So we know that a remaster of these games won't be coming, although we did see a COD 4 remaster back in 2016, but that was because of Infinite Warfare and they knew that that game would not do well. Then of course back in 2020 we saw the original Modern Warfare 2 campaign being remastered, just the campaign, no multiplayer, no Spec Ops. So seeing this article saying that the OG Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 are being re-released, could they be remastered for next gen consoles? Because let's be honest, they cannot just port the same original versions of Modern Warfare 2 and 3 from the Xbox 360 and the PS3, simply just port it over to PlayStation 5 and Xbox. It's not gonna work like that. There's way too many issues, graphical issues there. You also have the hackers and the cheaters that are plaguing the older Call of Duty games, with Modern Warfare 2 being one of the worst games to play, as a matter of fact unplayable because of the hackers and cheaters. So like I said, simply porting these two games over to PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S will not do the job. At the very least they have to be remastered, and a fun fact here, we know that Modern Warfare 2 is actually fully remastered, okay? Multiplayer, campaign and Spec Ops are fully remastered, but they only decided to release the campaign version without the multiplayer and Spec Ops, even though they are fully remastered. And the same thing goes for Modern Warfare 3, it is fully remastered. All they have to do is simply press a button and make it go live, and we will have the original Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 fully remastered. But like I said, they decided against that because they do not want to split the player base, which like I said is just simply crazy, to be honest with you guys. But yeah, all of a sudden here we are, something must have changed, and now they want to re-release the original Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3. While there is a possibility that these two games will be remastered for new gen consoles, we cannot forget to mention that there is also a possibility of simply these games coming to Game Pass, hence why the Australian Classification Board rated these games. Now if you guys remember, a couple months ago a leak came out saying that the original Modern Warfare 2 was indeed coming to Xbox Game Pass sometime in either March or April. Of course March is gone, now we are in April, so there is a chance that we could see these games pop up on Game Pass any day in April. I even made a video talking about that, and let's be honest here, it's only a matter of time before we see all the Call of Duty games pop up on Game Pass. Last year we of course saw the first Call of Duty game make into Game Pass, and that was Modern Warfare 3, the new one. And then of course with Black Ops 6 it was a day one release on Xbox Game Pass. So like I said, it's only a matter of time before more Call of Duty games make their way to Game Pass. So maybe this could be it, the OG Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 are finally making their way into Xbox Game Pass. But here's a slight problem with this theory. If we continue with the article, Tom Henderson says both were given the classification on April 3rd with a production date of 2025, which means that they'll be releasing sometime in 2025. For Modern Warfare 2, the game rated is a PS5 cross-gen edition, while Modern Warfare 3's rating doesn't mention PS5, rather just it being cross-gen as well. Now here's why I'm saying there's a slight problem with the Game Pass theory that I just mentioned, and that is of course Game Pass does not exist on PS5, and these games that were rated for PS5, okay? So what is happening there? How on earth are they being rated to release on Game Pass, but they are being rated for PS5 and Game Pass does not exist on PS5? So that's why I'm saying it doesn't make sense there. That's why I'm saying it's more likely a remaster, because of course for it to be a PS5 game they have to release a new physical copy or digital copy, whatever it might be, but it cannot be via Game Pass, okay? Continue with the article, Tom Henderson says no other details about the games are given on the website aside from them being from Activision Blizzard, and while it wasn't confirmed that it's the original Modern Warfare 2 and 3, the styling of using Arabic numerals as opposed to Roman numerals leads to the belief it's the games from 2009 and 2011 respectively. Now of course it makes sense for them to be the OG games. Why on earth would they re-release the new Modern Warfare 2 and 3 when they're already on Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S and PS4 and PS5? So yeah, it doesn't make sense for them to be the new games. Further down the article, he says back in February it was reported that 2009's Modern Warfare 2 was set to come to Xbox Game Pass sometime in March or April, like I just mentioned earlier. With April already here and ratings starting to show up, it would appear as though an announcement is around the corner. Now yes, that is very possible, but like I said, while yes I'm thinking maybe it's gonna be Game Pass as well, I just simply don't understand why they would rate it as a cross-gen edition for PS5 if they were simply re-releasing the OG games to Game Pass. That's where it doesn't make sense. But yeah, what do you guys think about all of this? Could be a new remastered versions of the OG Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3, or are they simply just re-releasing it for Game Pass? I would love to hear your guys' opinion. But actually I just thought of one more thing. Could this be a way to counter GTA 6? I mean, we all know that GTA 6 coming out this year, and no matter what Call of Duty releases this year, even if it's a Black Ops 2 sequel, it won't do very well. So could this be Activision's way of releasing Call of Duty 2025 alongside remastered Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 to counter GTA 6? You know what, I just thought of that, and that's actually crazy. That could be the case, or maybe not. Maybe I'm just thinking about all of this way too deep. Maybe it's just gonna be a Game Pass re-release, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens, with an announcement most likely coming very soon. But with all that being said, make sure to click the video in the screen right now to watch the Verdansk OG weapons comparison. Thank you guys for watching this video.